Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Beginner to Expert. This is part 13 Angular 7 tutorial. In this session I will be discussing about the login page with master layout. So in my previous video I showed how to create the layout and how do we create the layout as well, and how to render the child page like login. That thing I already discussed. So in this tutorial I will discuss about the registration page. So how to write the child routing inside one layout. Okay, so let's get started. So in order to create that other component like registration, so I will create the registration component with the help of Angular CLI. So ng gc, then let's say registration, and I want the folder to be created inside the account. So press enter. So it will create the registration component and also that account module to be updated. Okay, now we have created the registration component, and also that registration component is registered inside the declaration part. Now next step to configure the routing with the path. So now we will set the path as like registration and component to be loaded, registration component. Okay, now my routing configuration is done. Now I will open that account layout HTML, so that we need to set the path of the registration over here. So in order to set the routing path over here, we have to use the directive that is from router module itself. So row router link, that link to be like registration. Okay, so now if user click on the sign up option, then that registration form will come up in the place of sign in. Okay, now I need to check. Okay, I have already compiled the project. Now we need to refresh the page. Okay, now see, you can check the URL in the bottom side. It is showing localhost 4200 app /account /registration. So as the account is the main routing, so inside account we have two routing, that is sign in and registration. So that's why I kept in the path itself. If you go to the account module, here you can check the path is registration. Here path for to load the login component, path is the blank, that is means root. So if you consider this path, so here it is also root. Okay, so now if I click on the sign up, you can check that registration works. The default text is coming inside in the place of sign in. Okay, now if we close all, if I open the registration HTML, here you can check the registration works. Now we need to design one form, like I will use the bootstrap for layout. So here okay, now form group, inside form group I'll have on label. Let's say this is first name, and one input tag will be there, type will be my text, and class will be like form control. So it's quite easy to remember the class name of the bootstrap. So as we know, the any input tag or select tag or text area tag, all are the form controls. So those are the form controls. So by with those form controls only we can post the data to server. So that's why this control name is form control, and we have to place those form control inside the form. Okay, so that's why the class name like form control. Okay, now if I copy this one and if we change the last name. Okay, now if we save and reload the page, now you can check the first name and last name is coming. Okay, that text. Okay, here you can set the text color as like text white, and copy this, paste it over here. Now if I reload, then here you can check that is coming first name last name. And now we need to change the header like sign in to registration or registration to sign in as per the routing. Now we are in the registration page, so in the place of sign in there should be a registration. So when I come back to the login, visible like sign in. Okay, so in order to change, we need to inject activated route the dependency injection, so that we can get the active routing information from that injection. So I have injected here the activated route. So and also I kept one variable like page title, and by default value will be like account login. Okay, now assign this dot active, or you can say active route. Now this active route will have the snapshot dot first child dot data. So here we can get the all data. So inside data you can check I kept the property as page title. So page title of I am reading, and I will be assigning this as my variable called page title. So this page title equal to this. Okay, now we have to check in the browser. Now here you can check that account, the title account registration is changed from login. Now if you go to the login page, then here you can check the account login. Now if I go to the sign up, so here it should automatically change the account login to account registration. So in order to change here, we need to inject one more injection like a router. So this is from Angular core part. So here we need to register the router events. So whenever I will move one page to another page without page refresh, that time that router event should trigger. So inside that we can get again the same way the page title. Okay, so here this dot router dot events dot need to subscribe, because this events nothing but an observable. So here you can check it. Now this is an observable method, so we need to pass one arrow function over here. Now here you can reassign the same thing. Okay, now we have to check in the browser whether it is working or not. Okay, now I will go to that account login page. Now if I redirect, then see you can check the automatically that registration text is changed. Okay, now next step to configure that title and code. This code actually for to check the link type as per the routing. Okay, so that's why I configured here one object that is called link info. So this object is actually having two property, title and code. So whenever user will be in the login page, that time the title will be visible like sign up, and code will be the registration. So I will write I have written one method according to the code to change the hyperlink. Okay, so here you can check the change link, that is private method. Here I am reading same way the link info as we were reading the page title from the snapshot routing data. Okay, so here we are reading the link info, and that link info whenever that routing has been changed, that time also we are getting the information inside the events. So from first time and this is the second time we are calling, and now here we have written I've written the switch case, that is one is for registration, that code we are passing, depending on the code we are changing the link. Okay, now that if I go to here, now we need to change this link. Okay, so as the link is my variable, that's why the router link I kept inside the bracket. Okay, so if it is now not variable, then we can keep the router link without the bracket like this. Okay, okay, so here I will write that link variable, and here I will pass like this link info will have two properties as we are passing from the parent routing. So here title, so link info dot title title. Okay, now save all files by pressing Ctrl K plus S. Okay, now you can check that link has been changed depending on the routing. So as we are in the login page, so that's why the sign up text is coming, and also you can check in the bottom side that link also got changed. Now if I click the sign up, then that registration page actually came, and the text also getting changed. And if I click the login again, that text got changed. So in this way we can create one more child page like forgot password. So yeah, in my upcoming video I will be showing that. So that's all for the day. Now in my upcoming video I will be showing that how do we hide this navigation. So this is basically for dashboard. So if once a user logged in, then only this navigation will be visible. Let's try by it yourself. So still, if you have any queries, please don't forget to put a comment in the comment section below. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.